go to college right out of high school, go for 4 years, get your degree, get a full-time job, find the love of your life, get married, have kids, support capitalism.
Hello everybody, what is up? My name is Emma and I just finished my first year at Florida State University and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about Florida State. Whether you're watching this video, if you go to FSU or you just got into FSU or you want to go to FSU or whatever. So I'm going to talk about as much as I can and yeah. The first thing I'm going to talk about is game days, and this is for every single sport that I'm kind of talking about, but also I guess you're probably mostly wondering about football, but
the first thing to talk about is game days. You are supposed to go to college to learn stuff. You got to pick a major where you learn things that directly relate to something in the working world. So you can take the knowledge that you learned and apply that to something in the working world. So if I am some young kid that's like, gotta decide which school would be best for me to go from being young and dumb to now being in the working world, okay? Get on YouTube, look some stuff up. We find Emma's channel here. What do we start with? Number 1, academics? Nah. Fucking game day, bro. Let's go, Noel.
Game days are fun and fresh and we love them.
We love them.
What you have to do is go on to the website 5 o'clock on Sunday, the Sunday before a Saturday. Could be a game on Monday night. If you want to get a guest ticket, those cost a little bit more. They say you get the ticket the day before, but you most likely will not get a ticket.
This is wildly in-depth and with great detail. You know, maybe we could apply this to like, hey, get in this course, in this program, with this professor. They're incredible. They know so many people in this and this industry. This is a great way for you to get a full-time job after 4 hard years of studying. Nah. Hey, Emma, how do we go to the fucking game? How do we go to the game? No, let's just start off with, game day. I'll be the first one to get drunk and go to a football game. Like, let's go, boys, okay? But why is that the first thing addressed for something where you're supposed to be learning? Okay, you're supposed to be gaining skills that you can then put into the working world. You want to come to our school and watch a sports game?
There is something slightly troubling about a $1 billion sports enterprise where the athletes are not paid a penny.
Sports game?
Baseball games are super fun and I definitely recommend going. I'm a little bit biased because that's my favorite sport, but baseball games are fun.
I'm a little bit biased because I love those baseball boys' booties. So yeah, I'm biased for pussy.
The next thing I'm going to talk about is the free stuff that FSU has. Like there's free candy, free waters, free like whatever.
We got Skittles and waters, everybody, and that is worth, let's look it up. I want to know it right now.
Tuition for Florida State University was $5,656 for in-state tuition and $18,786 for out-of-state.
Out of state is $18,000. Does $18,000 sound free to you, sweetheart? Huh? $18,000 for some water and Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
And they'll be like, hey, take a flyer, do you want a water, whatever. And it's just organizations trying to get you to join. You can join.
Some organization handing out water so that you can then go to their organization and I'm assuming spend even additional money at the university. That water that you get with that pamphlet on University Boulevard is a reason that you should go to Florida State. That better be fucking Molly water. Don't do drugs.
Now I'm going to talk about like sports, fitness, health type things.
We're going back to sports. 5 minutes and 10 seconds into everything you need to know about FSU. Everything. There's a lot of sports going on in Florida. Hey man, what do you major in? Shut up!
There are 2 gyms on campus. They have like classes you can take yoga or spin or whatever. They have a track, they have a swimming pool. Leech is very big and they have a smoothie bar, which I haven't tried, but I have heard it is really good. You're not on the FSU football team, you know, like you can play for fun and just get up a group of people and then play off. Like you can get a group of friends, like say you get a group of like 10 friends, you want to make a I am soccer team, then there's another group of 10 people that are making an I am soccer team, then you guys can play each other. Or intramural. There's also apps for all of these different health.
7 minutes and 50 seconds in and we have not heard a lick about the academics. Not a lick. Where's the goddamn checkbook, you guys?
a class, and you do need to sign up pretty much right on time at that 25-hour mark, because otherwise they book up fast. Especially the spin classes that I take, they book up in like seconds.
Why are we talking about spin classes, honey? You're supposed to be going to college to learn things, to get a job. And the title of the video is everything you need to know about FSU. I would like to know something about the academics. This professor's great. This lab is great. Watch out for these TAs, but hey, if you are friends with them, they might help you out a little. This bus route won't get you there on time. This route will. This dorm is more expensive, but it actually sucks. This one's cheaper, and it's more fun. Here's where you can get free food in the area. Friends with donating plasma here. It'll get you a little money to survive. Something like that. Nah, we're talking about spin classes for 18 and 19-year-olds that should be scraping away in life, barely getting by, and it's like, I mean, the girlie's got her Lulus on and we're going to spin class. I've said it before and I'll say it a million times. The average college experience in the United States is a fucking fantasy land, and it is promoted so much that kids are like, of course I would do that. Of course. And then they're massively in debt, and now they're making YouTube videos about it.
As for food, I never got a meal plan because I'm in a sorority.
Because I'm in a sorority and they don't like us to get fucking fat. Freshman year, I ate 50 calories a day. You might be confused on like, okay, that was a little bit of a joke, Ethan, but did she seriously not get a dining plan? Like, how did she get, like she's a freshman living in the dorms, how would she not have a dining plan? No, because she lived in her sorority where the sorority dues were $12,000 every 3 months or something absurd like that. Daddy wrote the check, and she had baked Alaska every fucking night. That's what she did.
As for laundry, I have to do a couple loads.
I'll give you a couple loads.
There are two main libraries on campus, Stroger, which is the big main one, and then Durack, which is the smaller one, and I believe it's known as the science library. But those are the two big ones. They both have Starbucks in them, which is really nice.
Starbucks. Because what's a state university without a little more capitalism, ladies and gentlemen?
And both of the Starbuckses are open 24 hours, I believe. And then at the, I don't know about Durack, I'm sure they do, but definitely, obviously Durack has like books and stuff you can rent, but at Stroger, I know you can rent like laptop.
2021, who goes to college without a laptop?
They also have movies that you can rent. Obviously they have books too, because that's what, you know, a library does.
I mean, they got those book things, but Starbucks, 24-hour Starbucks. And if you want to like play with those book things, I don't know.
But they do have movies and TV shows, which is really cool. I haven't had to rent any yet, but if there's ever a show I want to binge, they're definitely going to have it there for me to watch, which is really nice.
Go to the school library to get the show you want to binge. The modern day United States of America college experience, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the library that you pay $18,000 to have access to. And see if you can find Riverdale. You can have access to Ozarks. Season 3. I can't wait for Season 4. I fucking love Ozark.
There's a ton of cool classes that FSU has, and two of them are really exciting.
11 minutes and 37 seconds here. Emma came through in the final act of this video, of this amazing YouTube video. She decided, this amazing YouTube video that's about everything you need to know about a certain college. At the very end of it, we finally got some academic talk. Now, let's hear about these amazing courses.
The first one is called Walt Disney's America, and it's all learning about Walt Disney and how he created Disney World and stuff, and I just think it's super.
Talking about the Walt Disney class does not count as academics. Mouse Catool.
It's always full when I try to enroll in it, so I haven't gotten to take it yet.
I haven't gotten to take it yet. This is a concern of Emma. You know, just struggling with, how do I get in the Mickey Mouse class?
But the second one is wine and beer tasting, which obviously I can't take. I'm not 21, but
You got Mickey's Mouse Clubhouse you can take. There's another class where you get fucking twisted. For today's assignment, we're getting fucking drunk. Boys, professor said we gotta get drunk. Hey class, welcome to class. Today we're getting drunk. Only at Florida State would there be a class on drinking.
the last thing that I'm going to talk about is parking. Parking is very hard, but I would definitely.
Last thing she's going to talk about is parking. The only academic talk, is there something in my eye? The only academic talk we got was taking a class about Mickey Mouse and beer and wine tasting.
That is what I'm going to talk about FSU in this video.
The video was titled Everything You Need to Know. Everything. Everything. We talked about sports, movies again, Mickey Mouse, beer and wine tasting. I think there was even more movies in there somewhere. Is there anything else I missed?
Baseball games are fun.
Okay, if you're new here, my name's Ethan. I went to the University of Kansas for 4 years. I got my degree. I started working in the real world, and I was like, fuck this. So I just lived in LA rent-free for 4 months, and now I'm in Hawaii rent-free for 4 months. Here's a snippet from another video I wanted to address that can really help people understand what they could do other than going to college.
It's no surprise President Obama's oldest daughter, Malia, will attend Harvard University, the school from which both her parents received law degrees. But what is raising some eyebrows is the year off Malia will take, a gap year, as it's called.
A gap year. A gap year. A gap year.
Can taking a year off before college be beneficial to a student?
Elizabeth Armstrong is professor of sociology and organizational studies at the University of Michigan, and she joins us now. Hi.
Let's get a tenured professor to tell us if taking one singular year off of school between high school and college, let's get her to decide if that's a good idea. Because, woo!
So clearly Malia Obama is in a unique position. But for other students whose parents perhaps do not run the country, does taking a year off carry with it a stigma that could be interpreted as being lazy?
Student loan debt in the United States has grown rapidly since 2006. The debt was $1.6 trillion in 2000.
All right, shut up. $1.6 trillion in debt. You know how we got there? Garbage ass reporting like this. Is there a stigma? What do you think, Elizabeth? Huh? Would a high schooler in America be considered lazy if they don't immediately jump hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to go to college? You know? I mean, what else could they do with their life?
I think the main challenge is that obviously most families don't have the resources of the Obamas, and the issue of funding the gap year in a way that makes it kind of developmentally useful in some sense can be a challenge.
Only the Obamas could support this crazy idea that an 18-year-old is going to go off on their own and not go to college. Only the Obamas could support this incredible financial feat. For the last 2 years of high school, you're going to work part-time. In the summers, maybe amp it up a little bit. We can get you a cool part-time job during the summers too. Check out this video of mine for cool summer part-time jobs. 10 hours a week. That's all you're going to do. I don't know the numbers, but let's crunch the numbers on 2 years of 10 hours a week of work, or you could even do less than that. Just a tiny little itty titty bitty part-time work that you could even add to with more full-time work during the summer. And you're going to take that money and you're not going to touch it, and you're going to save it up. You know what you're going to do? You're going to have a large amount of money when you get out of high school so you can do whatever you want with it when you're done. You and your friends could get an apartment. My channel talks all about work trades. All you need is a flight to get to places all around the world, and they're going to give you housing, your utilities. You don't have to pay for anything. You can do all of these things. Travel, adventure, live with your friends wherever you want. 4 of you split the rent. You could even get a bougie apartment. All of you have part-time jobs, and then you just, well, okay, let's give an example. Here's a random example. Okay, I'll give 2 examples here. Let's say you and 3 of your girlies, okay? You grew up in a Midwestern suburb. You and the girlies, the bitches are bad. We just graduated high school. What do we want to do? We want to go to college, girlies? No. LA.
Hopped up the plane at LAX.
All the girlies are working part-time jobs at super awesome bars. Maybe a couple got sugar daddies and OnlyFans. That's booming nowadays. It's never been a better time to take advantage of horny men, ladies, okay? You guys working part-time at an awesome bar, got some OnlyFans, a sugar daddy. Y'all are rolling in the motherfucking dough. You don't need your parents to support that lifestyle. Okay, you want to go to college because you want to party, right? Go to LA, live like I just said, and just fucking party. I don't fucking do whatever you want. Okay, here's an example for the boys. Where do you boys want to go? Any city you boys want, get an apartment, Split the rent. I don't care if you live in a shoebox. Maybe one of you is day trading, a couple are streaming on Twitch, and one of the cute ones has an OnlyFans. You know, the guys can have an OnlyFans too. Do that. Make some income, work part-time jobs, and boys, just boy out. Let's go, okay? Live your life. Do whatever you want. And then once you figure out maybe a little more of who you are, have some fun, be young, live, then maybe go to college. You know, maybe you got really good at day trading. Maybe a degree could help you get a job on Wall Street or something. Maybe that's a path you want to follow. Maybe your OnlyFans starts popping off and your little cute boy booty is just doing it for some people and you don't need to go to college. There are so many options out there for young people. You don't need college. And the only reason for going to college should be because you have a dream, an incredible dream, that to get to that dream, college needs to be a step to get to that dream. That's why you should go to college. I also just want to really stress that I am not against college. I'm against people feeling pressured to go to college, which then makes them go into debt, and then a decision that was made when they're 18 years old, when their brain still has 7 years to fully develop, that decision could then define them for the next half century of their life, because that's how much they're in debt. Because Emma here said, hey, season 3 of Ozarks is at the fucking library, and the Starbucks is open 24 hours, so you can get juiced up. I'm against that. I am for people traveling, learning, working right after high school, even if it's a shitty job. You gotta learn what you do and don't like. Dive into something, travel somewhere, save money. I make a lot of videos on my channel on how you can travel for cheap. I was just in LA for 4 months, and now I've been in Hawaii for 4 months. I'm doing a thing called work trading. You do a little bit of work for some organization. They cover all your utilities, housing. The only expense you have is food, and a lot of the ones all around the world even cover your food. Here are some great resources on how you can do exactly that. I just want kids to think more creatively. Do some research, find alternatives, have fun with your life. Then when you figure out who you want to be, then maybe dive into college. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. And as always,
Go Noles! Runs to it, right, goes down the end zone, caught!
Intercepted.
Rashad Green to the 15. It's intercepted.
does anyone want to go to the library and watch Avengers?